we put the FU back into fun. Cheese Wits.
And now, Cheese Wits.
Group chat.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, it's giving me problems, the computer.
Oh. I see.
Yeah, but I don't fucking understand. Obviously, I don't understand.
This is a shocking turn of events.
No, I'm telling you, every fucking time this computer updates.
Your computer updates more than anybody I know.
Constantly update. Well, because I don't use it that much. I guess so. Every time I turn it on, it's like, oh, you've missed an update. Here we go. Fucking hell. Are you seeing what's going on in Georgia right now?
No, I've been buried in work and meetings all day.
So there's a school shooting, 4 dead,
Fuck.
10 or so injured. Yeah, it's fucking nonstop. I mean, I'm just seeing a headline now. I haven't read the story. And because whenever they have these things, I don't like turning on MSNBC or any of the rest of it.
Nope.
Because it's just fucking endless breaking news, news.
Breaking news, but they have no information.
No, none.
Because the priority, strangely, of the police and people involved is not to update the media.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. You are absolutely correct. So I wanted to tell you there's Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Is
Christopher?
Hi.
Why do you sound so far away?
Sounds like a young boy. Where are you?
I left my microphone at home and I'm on the Bluetooth, so it'll be a few minutes.
Ah, okay. Nice.
All right.
I love the technology thing is really working for us today.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Look at now, my computer's starting to come to life. I don't know what it's doing, but it's trying to do things. I want to give you my well, does anybody first before I give you my little thing? My thing is not exciting. Is there anything exciting that anybody has?
I mean, have you guys heard about the Chase Bank situation?
No, what's this?
This is how stupid we have become as a society, is what this is. Okay. Apparently, someone, and I did a little bit of searching. I never could find where it originated, but apparently somebody on TikTok posted a hack or what they called a glitch with Chase Bank. And a bunch of idiots who I don't know what's going on in their heads, but they were like, "Ooh, I'm going to do this thing." And now they're going to jail. No, they're going to prison. They're not just going, they're going to prison.
County lockup. That's easy stuff.
Yeah, no. They're going to prison for bank fraud because the glitch, the quote unquote, let me do air quotes, the glitch, they told people to write a check for an absurdly large amount of money on your own checking account, go to your ATM, put in your own ATM card, deposit the check for the absurdly large amount of money, and the bank will immediately make some of that money available without checking to see if the money is there to cover it. Oh. So people are bouncing checks for like tens of thousands of dollars on their own accounts. They're writing a check on their own account, going to the ATM, putting in their own ATM card, depositing a check for $10,000. The bank immediately makes, let's say, $3,000 available. They're like, woo, $3,000 in free money.
See, This is when we need to be. This needs to be a video stream because you'll be able to see my hand, just my head just resting in my hand. How fucking, just how stupid are people to think you get away with this?
And somebody called it a glitch and not, I don't know, check fraud.
It's fraud.
Yeah, it's actual bank robbery. With your face right there. They have cameras on the ATM. Your face is right there, smiling and shiny, stealing money from the bank with your name on your theft.
People are going to prison.
Yeah.
Like real prison. They're going to real prison. Because I'm not sure. I think it varies from state to state. But this is not even a state crime. This is a federal crime.
It's a federal crime because the bank is federally insured against theft.
It's a federal crime. And I'm not sure, but I think maybe here, if it's over $100, it's grand larceny. Maybe it's $1,000, it's grand larceny. So now it becomes even a bigger, it's a fucking felony. Wait, I want to say it like Foster. It's a fucking, no, wait, Dudley Moore. It's a fucking felony.
Wait, fun. So I can't keep the money?
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You cannot. But it also will not. It also cannot be used to bail yourself out of prison.
Chris won't be available next Wednesday. Can we do maybe Friday in 3 months?
Well, actually, it's funny you brought that up because I'm actually going to be in Wisconsin next Wednesday.
Sure. Is that what we're calling it now?
Well, I mean, it's better than calling it maximum security.
Right.
But the other thing is how fucking bad are the banks that this is even possible?
Well,
now, America doesn't allow that to happen. They give you none of your check until it clears.
Now, see, if I can deposit, I deposited a $15,000 check with my phone. It was not a check I wrote. It was
right.
But I used my phone and deposited a $15,000 check, and my bank allowed, I think, 1,000 or 2,000 immediately available. I didn't need it immediately available, but it allowed 1,000 or 2,000, and then, like, I think it was 3 days before half of it was available, and then the rest was available after a week or something.
It's.
It sounds like you're plotting out your own glitch,
right?
But even that sounds a little just antiquated in a way, because if you walked into the bank, they would call somebody and say, "Oh, is this check good?" And the money would become available to you.
I don't think they do that anymore, Wally. That's antiquated. First of all, walking into the bank. Secondly, calling anyone. They would not do that.
Yeah, what I'm is down to the switching station.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, if you walked into the bank, they could tell if the money was there or not because they'd make a fucking phone call.
No, they would not. Who are they calling?
The other bank.
They're not.
They're calling Bank Jesus.
They will. Well, my bank will call the other bank if you're depositing a huge amount of money, like 15 grand.
Well, right, but Wally, here's what you're not getting.
Is this check?
People are writing these on their own accounts.
I know.
And putting them into an ATM, which doesn't know how to talk back and doesn't know how to check things.
That's the antiquated part. If you go to the technology end of it, you can get by with that. If you walk into the bank, you couldn't get by with that. So why hasn't the bank figured out how to, you deposit the check, let's read that little fucking digital, that weird numbers writing at the bottom, say, hey, this fucking check isn't good. Fuck these people.
Actually, to be honest, what I don't get is why, if we can do all of this stuff digitally and computers can talk to each other, why can't I deposit a $15,000 check? The computer read the check and go, okay, this is on this bank. Contact that bank electronically. That bank says, yep, that's supposed to be there. and let me have my money immediately. And why does it take 3 to 5 business days for fucking any money to transfer anywhere if you're doing it digitally?
Correct. Because when I get a Venmo payment, it's instant.
Mm-hmm.
They Venmo me. I look and say, oh, okay, I've just sent you $60 in Venmo. Then I go, hey, Venmo, send that to my account.
Mm-hmm.
The whole fucking, there's 2 transactions there, 3 transactions. Someone sends it to me. I check it. I send it to my bank.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm able to take it out all within 90 seconds.
And yet, if I pay Amazon $20 for something and then realize that Amazon has sold me some bullshit, they can immediately take my $20. But when we discover that they've sold me some bullshit or they didn't bother to deliver the bullshit and they need to refund my money, suddenly it's going to take 5 to 7 business days.
Oh,
yeah. Well,
USPS did that to me the other day. I bought a label online, and okay, so they don't give you an option of scanning the label from your mobile device. They expect you to be able to print from your mobile device. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to cancel it. Well, they took my money immediately, but we'll decide if we'll issue a refund within 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so we know what they do. They keep your money, collect the small amount of interest they'll get, which may be, 4 cents, or depending on how much you spend, maybe 60 cents. But if you do that 1,000 times a day, 10,000 times a day, 60 cents at a time, that's fucking a lot of money at the end of the year. If you're raking in $600 just by a day holding somebody's money, which is fucking wackadoodle.
It's fucking dicks.
Yeah, fucking dicks. And so speaking of fucking dicks, I will give you my quick little thing here.
Are you coming out finally?
This is Maine. No, I'm going to leave my little thing in. So this is Maine racism at its absolute fucking this is New England racism. This is that quiet sort of racism disguised as something entirely different, and you'll get it when I get to the very end of it. I'm in the Walmart yesterday, walking about the Walmart, doing a quick little shop, picking up a couple of items, paper towel and so I don't buy important stuff there. Paper towel, that kind of shit.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Hamburg.
An old guy walks by me. No, not Hamburg. And it is Hamburg. Shut the fuck up. So an old guy walks by me, and I know that I'm taking liberty by saying an old guy. But so he's under 70, but over 60. Like me, under 70, but over 60.
Old guy.
However, he has not aged well. He looks like he's probably 63 or 64, but he looks like he's 85, right? He's just looking rough. He's sounding rough. He's leaning he's doing that old man or old person lean on the cart, just 2 elbows on the cart, lean forward. You know the one. Mm-hmm. He walks up to me unsolicited. I thought it was Jessica for a second. An old man was coming up to talk to me. I said, Jesus Christ, when did I get red hair? So he walks up to me, he goes, I used to shop at the Walmart quite often. And I said, oh, okay. I don't anymore. I said, oh, why's that? He says, look around you. And I look around. I said, yeah, well, what's the problem? And he gives me just the fucking most horrible stink eye. He stands up straight, erect. He becomes 35 again. And he says to me, I'm trying to be a good Christian. And he leans back over and walks away. His point was,
clearly you're not a good Christian, sir.
Right. Well, man, I got to tell you, I wasn't fucking fast enough to say you're doing a very bad job at being a good Christian, because I was so gobsmacked by this guy's apparent and obvious racism.
So his problem was that they're letting the blacks into the Walmart?
The blacks and the Guatemalans and the, people who spoke language other than hillbilly Maine English. And he was so fucking upset about it. that he just couldn't come to his favorite retail outlet.
You know what? I'm okay with him being upset.
I am too. But what the fuck, dude?
Like, what fucking year is it, dude?
I was waiting to see, I tried to look at his lapel to see if he was wearing his George Wallace button.
Oh, this guy's still sitting at home watching Archie Bunker cheering when he goes, meathead, you and the spades over there.
Yeah, not realizing it's satire. Oh, he's going to get George this time.
He's going to get him.
It's so fucking, I was really, so I know sometimes I live in a little bubble, in my own little bubble, where I believe that, I know it exists, but I like to believe that it's not as bad or as prevalent as it really is. Racism, sexism, all of those things. Because if it's not what you practice, I think it's sometimes hard to see it. Mm. Maybe not.
Especially when you don't suffer from the consequences of it.
What's that?
Especially when you don't suffer from the consequences of it.
Yeah, well, we do all suffer from the consequences of it. Not because I'm discriminated against, but by not having, good community. Because people are afraid to be part of the community who may add to the community. Mm-hmm. So one of the big problems in Maine, like some other states, is we are the state is a very old state, meaning age-wise, the median age is probably 55 or above, which is bad for a state that wants to economically grow. Mm-hmm. You need young people to grow because you need people to pay taxes and work. And as you get older, you work less and you pay less taxes. And there are fewer people. And the population doesn't grow and all of those fucking things. But I did come to, even though I am aware of it, it gave me a little slap of reality at how being in my sort of space, I'm unaware of reality sometimes. Not that I know it, and I know it exists, but the prevalence of that, to have somebody walk up to you and just unsolicited.
And he thought, oh, here's another old white guy who probably thinks exactly like I do.
Oh, you see, I knew I was setting myself up for the old white guy. But yeah.
But that's what he thought. We're the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's looking at, saying, oh, here's an old white guy. And so he's probably just like I am, a racist. And maybe I can get him to come to the meeting later and get a new dues payer for racists are us. Or whatever fucking club he's belonging to.
See you at the clam bake, aren't we?
Hey, that's it. It's just so fucking annoying that it exists. And it's so fucking just, and I'm really the maddest that I did not come up with you're not doing a very good job at being a good Christian. It really makes me angry. I didn't think of that.
Well, I mean, if you didn't realize that's what he was talking about immediately, then
no, it took me a second. Yeah, it absolutely took me a minute because I was just so like, what? What?
Is it because of the prices, sir?
Yeah. I mean, is
it because they let people in who run into the back of your legs with their shopping cart because they're not paying attention to anybody else in the store, sir? That's what I hate about it too.
Is it those unruly kids running about as their parents try to find out which bread is the cheapest this week?
Is it the employees who don't give a fuck about you and your shopping needs, sir?
All those things would have been such great, and I just didn't have one, and I felt like I'd betrayed my people, meaning you and Chris, because it would have been such a much better story had I been able to say, and here was my clever response, and I had no clever response, and very, very upsetting. Chris, before you got on, did you see the news story about what's going on in Georgia with that school shooting this afternoon?
I figured since we're tape delayed, we talk about that next week. But yes.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Hey, thoughts and prayers solves everything.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
What Jess and I were saying
job.
was so I've avoided. I said to Jess just before you got here, I said, yeah, I haven't read anything about it yet. And then it dawned on me that most people will not be waiting to read something because they're going to turn on MSNBC or Fox or CNN or one of the conjecture networks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to come up with, we don't know why people are investigating this. He had a mask in his car. There'll be, something. They'll all be making up some sort of fucking story to fill in their next 8 hours of shootings in Georgia. And then it'll all come down to, how will this affect Kamala Harris with the shooting in Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it'll come down to. And then Trump will come out and say,
Kamala Harris can take my guns over my dead body.
Students need to have guns and teachers should have been armed. It wouldn't have happened if I was president.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it'll all come down to, a bunch of bullshit. And then Chris, of course, is right. Somebody will say, our thoughts and prayers go to these families, which means fucking dick.
Mm-hmm.
Just dick. Okay, sorry. I've monopolized.
You have monopolized enough. Wally.
I've monopolized.
Speaking of words.
Are you really making up words, you fuck?
I've monopolized.
I guess when you're an old guy, you can just do that.
Old white guy.
Old white guy.
So there was a study recently based on social media. And then there was a ranking of the countries and then the states that swear the most.
Bunch of fucking shit
on social media. And can you guess, based on Chris's response just now, which state swears more than any other state in the United States?
Would it be Delaware? No. Maryland?
It is Maryland.
And what was the least swearing state? Do you know?
Let me see.
Be interesting.
I don't know if it
is one of those polite southern states.
We know that Baltimore is the city in Maryland that swears the most. Let's see, most and least foul-mouthed cities in America. The top swearing city is Baltimore. The bottom is Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, I mean, I believe that. It's fucking fucks in Baltimore.
Yeah. I believe that too. Have you ever been to Omaha? Is a nice place.
I've not been to Omaha.
And there's a great zoo there too.
Memphis came in 10th top swearing cities.
Oh yeah, of course.
Nashville or Tennessee. Well, that was the top swearing city in Tennessee. I don't know where Nashville ranks. I don't see anything in Maine.
The Hocktua girl lives in about an hour south of Nashville.
She was actually in Nashville when she
Hocktua.
Oh, yeah.
When she made that video, when she did that video, yeah.
I was listening to Bill Maher, his podcast where he smokes pot, gets high, and then talks with people. He had the Hocktua girl on. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. She ain't too bright. She's not a smart girl. Well, she is rather
doesn't need to be a smart girl to answer things about
no I just mean in general.
How you say that about America's youth?
She's not. She's like 21, but she has her knowledge of just general knowledge not very good. Her worldly knowledge you don't expect to be good. She's 21.
Oh, here we go. In the top 50 swearingest cities, Lewiston, Maine comes in at number 37.
Really?
Yep.
Good job, you fucking fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of surprised.
You thought it would be higher or lower?
No, I thought it would be lower because it's such a small city.
Well, you fucks swear a lot.
Yeah, well, they might, but
Nashville's not even in the top 50. You fucking believe that?
Yeah, well, so many stars there. They got to watch themselves.
You think the stars? Well, I guess they don't swear on social media. Yeah. No, they do though. They do.
I think they probably. I think that maybe they don't. Maybe there's so many so much, or maybe they're so busy, or maybe they're not as impoverished. I think that in poverty might bring on swearing a lot more. I think it may. What city? What was the number one city?
Baltimore.
Yeah. See, poverty. Baltimore is Baltimore
Balmer.
I don't know how to. Yeah, is Baltimore a impoverished city? Would you say?
No, not at all. The rich and famous and wealthy live in the Inner Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of
Jurupa
Baltimore.
Valley, California. I don't know where that is, but that's second.
Where?
Jurupa Valley, California. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's probably Jurupa.
Yeah, more than Jurupa. Jess, what did she say about the Jews? What did she say about the Jews? Yeah, I could see.
Hampton,
I don't
Virginia
even know
is
what
number
it is.
6.
What, Virginia?
Hampton.
No, that's where my ex-wife's from, so that fucking makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Any other places we know?
I mean, there's a lot of places we know. Baton Rouge is number 3. Detroit is at 5. Newark is at 8.
Huh.
Miami is 15.
Do you think it's
Las Vegas is 17.
Well, those fucking fucks.
Las Vegas sort of means I fucking lost everything again.
Kansas City's right in the middle.
What do you mean I'm only going to get fucking $12 for this diamond ring? Yeah, I can see that. It's so weird. These little studies people do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what somebody went to college for, and they became an actuary and have incredible math skills.
Okay, here's the state that swears the least is Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island, just under West Virginia, the second least sweariest state.
Rhode Island is like a little mafia state.
And then just above West Virginia is New Hampshire. Then Maine, Vermont, 24.2. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Vermont is actually the least sweary. Then Rhode Island.
The New England states are kind of low key. Where's Massachusetts? Is it in the low end?
Massachusetts is in the low end, and I've learned some of my best swear words from massholes. So I think this is bullshit.
I don't know, Massachusetts. Yeah, but so like New York, Massachusetts is one or two. It's basically 3 cities: Boston, Worcester, and Springfield. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it's all rural towns. Like New York. New York's got New York City, couple of, Rochester, Albany, Schenectady, and even Schenectady's not that big, but the rest of it's farm fucking land. So there's not a lot of swearing out there. The city, though, a lot of swearing. Although New York City, I don't think people talk that much. I think the only people who swear are the folks who carry the big signs about God. That's it. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of swearing going on because people don't look at each other. They walk by. They try to keep their head down. They're not saying anything.
If they come up with a ranking for the sweariest podcasts, I think that we would win.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Well, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you both. I think you could be right.
Yeah.
We may have there may be a foundation for us swearing. It begins at swearing.
Remember, I got that email a few weeks ago from the guy, his name was Anthony, and it was like, have you ever thought about ranking yourself higher on ranking your podcast higher, like other educational podcasts? I posted that on the Cheese Wits social media as well. I was looking for something, and I checked my spam folder, And there's 5 more emails from Anthony talking about, if you've been eaten by alligators and that's why you didn't respond to me, my condolences. Otherwise, if you think I'm just trying to sell you something, oh, my heart is broken. Check out all of these ways we can help you grow your audience. So you're trying to sell me something. Anthony.
I don't trust
Anthony. We're an education-based podcast. I think we know what you're up to.
Yeah. We're an education-based. Yes, I think Anthony didn't come home one Wednesday for his spaghetti, and now he's selling ad time on fucking Google.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is, too, is a Google sales pitch, right?
No, it's a marketing thing. They want to market your podcast and help you with their proven methods, grow your audience. Podcast? Well, but he keeps mentioning education-based podcasts, and I'm like, what do you think we're educating on?
Now, wait a second, Jess. We've done a lot of education on stinky vaginas. We've done a lot of education on stinky dicks. We've done a lot of education on boob sweat.
And not to mention clitoris oil.
Clitoris oil. Yep. Shitting in pizza boxes. We've covered that.
We have broached subjects that other people and other podcasts are very reluctant to broach.
Because they're scared.
They're absolutely scared. They're not smarter than us. They're not trying to make $1. They're just, not as good as we are. It's simple, Jess. It's just simple. You would think, by the way, that Chris would get out there in Baltimore and push us in the sweary city, saying, hey, folks, if you want to listen to lots more swears, tune in.
We got you.
And he could walk around with one of those signs, like he could be in the middle of the median with his little sign.
You want me to have a sandwich board?
Just listen to Cheese Wits.
Yeah, you got time for that, right, Chris?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If I got one made that it says, we put the FU back into fun. Cheese Wits. Got it ready to go right here. Right here.
Where's Dave Steele? I got to get him to record that.
Putting the FU into fun. Cheese Wits.
Get out there and get it done, Chris. That's what you get. That's what you got to do. You got to get it done. But I had another thing that I wanted to bring up.
Oh dear.
I can't. It escaped me because I didn't put it in my notes this week, and I can't remember what it was. But it was another fucking thing that I'm just like, why? Why are people such fucking morons?
We didn't have any time for any liberal bullshit this week, so I'm glad.
No. But a friend of mine told me a story the other day. He said that a couple years ago, maybe just 1 year ago, he got into an Uber, and the Uber driver had a dog with him and was telling the story about how the dog doesn't have long to live. And so he wanted to spend as much time with him as possible. And he likes car rides, so he brings him along. Sob story. You want to throw the guy a couple extra bucks, right?
Right.
A year or two later, however much time it is, my friend gets into the same Uber. The dog is there. Same story. Dog doesn't have long to live. Yeah, talk about fraud.
Why? So obviously people think that they're never going to cross paths with anybody again.
Yeah.
Have they not learned? These are obviously people who have not learned how small the fucking world really is.
No, and also, if you're going to do a scam like that, keep it downtown where the tourists are, because you probably won't pick up the same people multiple times within a couple of years span. But he's doing it over in the part of town. My friend who did this, he lives near me. So we're like getting Ubers to the airport. That's pretty much from the house to the airport. If you're going to be here, your odds of picking up the same people are pretty good.
Yeah, well, I do deliveries. I deliver to same people quite often.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 10% of the people I deliver to are sane, but that's a pretty high margin.
Yeah. It's a pretty good odds that we're going to hear about your dying dog multiple times.
It's so fantastic. People think they can get away with that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's kind of desperate, right?
Well, for sure. But also it's really underestimating people.
I'm
gonna take advantage of all of these idiots that get in my car.
Yeah, that is. Are you saying just they're disingenuous?
I know, it's crazy to think about, right?
Wow. I didn't see again. I'm telling you, I'm sheltered.
God. And people wonder why Jess is such a bitch.
I don't think anybody wonders that. I think they're pretty sure. I don't think there's any wondering going on. Jess is right out front about it.
Basically.
Yeah.
She lets you know, hey, here it is. By the way, here, I'm going to give you here's a little cliff note. This is me. Jess gives him the little yellow book. Jess's cliff notes. Boom. And they read it and they, oh, okay, good. Mm-hmm. Now I know. Mm-hmm. I'm all good with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say so. We've both known Jess a long time. She hasn't changed at all. She's the same person, right? I don't think she's.
I would say I'm more comfortable
being bitchy to us.
A bitch, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't remember you ever holding back.
Well,
I can't remember ever being I was afraid to be in a small room with you.
You were not. I was a teeny tiny baby back then.
I'd still be afraid.
I hadn't even learned all of the ways in which I could be a bitch.
Well, now that's true. That's not to say you haven't grown and you haven't matured and you haven't learned new techniques.
Mm-hmm.
You've grown into being a bitch, Jess.
Yeah, like being a pro athlete, you picked up skills.
I might have been a bitch back then, but felt bad about myself because of it.
In your rookie season.
My rookie season, I didn't know. Now that I'm a pro,
right,
I'm good with it. I like it.
Yes, when you're
fun.
A rookie, you are less you were just more blatant with it. Now you can snipe pretty good. Mm-hmm. You're a pretty good sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have a way of sneaking up behind and garroting somebody. I think you do have that skill. You picked up the garrote skills. Come up behind you, and you're done.
You're welcome.
You're done for. Hey, do you guys watch Murders in the Building at all?
No, I wanted to. That's on Apple though, right?
No.
No,
It's
on
Netflix, I believe.
Is it on Netflix?
No, maybe it's Hulu.
Oh, no, I wanted to watch that, but I think I canceled Hulu.
Oh, it's so good. That fucking Martin Short is so fucking good.
Yeah.
He is.
Jesus. It's like straight out of Night Shift. That Bonnie Rubble. What an actor.
Yeah. Except Marty Short is a real guy.
Wait,
but
Barney's not?
It is a great fucking line. that Bonnie Rebel. What an actor. It is my favorite of ever movie lines of all time. There is absolutely no, it's just fucking fantastic. And Michael Keaton delivers that line so perfectly. Mm. It's just, hey, is there a new, so I'm not sure of this. I'm somewhat sure of it, or I have knowledge of it or believe it to be true. They're making a new what the fuck is it with Michael Keaton? What's the part
Mom?
Where he's the
Batman?
No, the spook, the ghost, Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice. Wait, are they making a new Beetlejuice?
Maybe that's what the guy at the Walmart was talking to you about.
The spook?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it is Halloween, right? No.
Yeah.
Stop now.
Getting close.
Is Beetlejuice, are they making a new Beetlejuice?
I don't know.
Beetlejuice 2024 film. Winona
There is
Ryder,
new-
Catherine O'Hara. Hold on.
So there is a new Beetlejuice.
Well, they've already made it because it's opening Friday.
We are so on the very edge of what's happening.
Hey, I never saw the first Beetlejuice.
The long-awaited
the blowjob
sequel
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
to
blowjob.
Beetlejuice. After an unexpected family tragedy, 3 generations of the Dietz family return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter, Astrid, discovers the mysterious model of the town in the attic, and the portal to the afterlife is accidentally opened.
Beetlejuice.
Is Michael Keaton in it?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking A. That's how I might go to the movie theater.
I might too.
I won't.
Why not?
I just don't give a rusty fuck.
Because you didn't see the first one?
No.
See, that's a problem. I don't understand how you have seen and remember the names of every cast member of every television show known to man. And you've never seen Beetlejuice.
I have not.
I heard a name from the past. So Quincy Jones's daughter is what is her name? Quincy Jones's daughter. She's an actress. No, not Nora Jones. That's the singer.
I can't remember.
Yeah, so
that's not Orange Juice Jones.
No, that's singing in the. That's right.
Rashida.
Regina Jones. Okay.
Rashida, not Regina.
Yeah, not Regina, old white man at Walmart.
Regina.
Rashida.
Too many Reginas in the Walmart. I can't go in no more.
Rashida.
Yeah, right.
Rashida.
Yeah, duh. So I heard her on Bill Maher. I did not know that the mother was Peggy Lipton. Did you know this, Chris?
Who the fuck is Peggy Lipton?
Oh, shut the front door.
All right.
Mod Squad.
Now that it's close. No, Wally, 60s TV shows and 70s TV shows. I mean, no. The only thing from the 60s I ever watched was fucking the Naval, the Barbary,
Barbary
Genie. No, I Dreamed of Genie and Bewitched, only because they were on when I was young.
Peggy Lipton was the lovely police girl in Mod Squad. I liked that show with Link and the Peggy Lipton and whoever the other guy was. Who cared? He was the other guy. I did not know that was the mom. I did not know that Quincy Jones was married to Peggy Lipton at one point, which is I just found that to be interesting. I did not know it.
Got them notifications taken care of. I see, Wally.
Yeah.
It just said you came back.
Yeah, because I just did.
Oh, where did you go?
I left.
Well, because I mentioned Peggy Lipton and you got all mad.
Yep.
That's correct.
Stop pissing him off, Wally.
Wouldn't that be fun? That would be hysterical if we had such thin skin.
Hello.
Right?
Come here.
And we get upset by shit like that.
Come here. Come on.
Are you talking to Jenna?
No. Come here. You don't hear the cat?
No.
I don't know what you call her.
No, come here. You're a cunt.
Oh, it is Jenna. Okay.
No.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me.
I can't. No.
Here.
That's bitch. Do you want something?
Hey, what's going on with your with the house with your moving stuff, Chris? Are you done?
I've got everything moved to 2 different storage units, so that's good. But beyond that, no, I'm pretty much still in a holding pattern and fucked. So I was actually, my real estate agent just sent me a text a couple minutes ago because he says he's found something up here. So we'll see. Maybe he has.
That you're buying. And also, were you buying another radio station?
It'll happen eventually. But the thing you saw on Facebook was just somebody was selling the land around a radio station.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to sell all the wetland around that AM stick.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Ain't
What
nobody
I would
need
like
that.
to have is I would like to be able to buy a stick and just turn the radio station off, but rent out all that space to those fucking US cellular guys and the fucking.
Well, that is a real thing.
That's where the money is. The money is having a big stick and then selling space on it to fucking.
Oh, I wish I had a
renting
big
space.
stick.
I was waiting for that to happen.
I knew you were.
What, were you waiting for him to get a big stick?
That's what I thought too, Wally.
Well, I was waiting for him to talk about getting a big stick.
Oh, okay. There's a couple of guys here. There's a couple of families here that have
big sticks.
Yeah, big sticks, and they just have so many little antennas hanging off their sticks. And they're probably making, depending on who, if it's the fire department, probably doing a couple $100 a week on those. And then the cellular company is probably $500 a month. And they're probably making, $3,000 or $4,000 a month.
A couple $100 a week. Listen to this guy.
That seems.
It's JP got rockets here.
No, a month. I say a month.
That's even worse.
Yeah, right.
A couple $100 a month.
No, 4,000 a month. Yeah, for each stick. You think that's too much?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out your math.
Well, if you've got, whatever you've got, if you've got $500 to the cellular company, and you got 5 of them hanging off there, there's some good money. And you get the whoever else hangs their stuff off those sticks. TV stations got their shit on there.
You got your cellular company here. You got this company here, and then fuck you over here.
Right. You got the police, the sheriff, the state police,
you got the fire squad,
the fire squad. We have a volunteer fire department here. Do you guys have? Jess, you don't have volunteer. You have real firemen.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's volunteers out in the country.
We've got both here.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. No, we don't. We have volunteer only. No police department and volunteer fire. We don't have. As a matter of fact, the police departments around here, I think 3 have closed this year.
Oh my!
In around the surrounding towns.
They had cut the budget on the police departments so far here that it was like you could get away with speeding for as long as you didn't, hit anybody. And so I was surprised the other day when I was speeding. I wasn't speeding at that moment, but I had been speeding. There was a hidden cop car. I was on my way to somewhere and there was a hidden cop car there. And I was like, oh, I didn't think we did that anymore.
Yeah. It's like when I get in those positions where I'm like behind a fucking car and I'm like, God damn it, it's 40 here. Why are you doing fucking 40?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing 60? And then you get up the road and you're behind them doing 40 going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then you see the cop hiding over in the corner. You're like, man, I'm glad I'm behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Behind you, you cocksucker.
I'm fucking happy about that. I dislike the idea of police hiding and trying to catch people like crooks, like thieves. But I'm even more distasteful to me is those fucking police cars that you cannot read police on the side of the vehicle because they use some sort of magic paint.
Yeah,
and you can only
about that. I don't know. I still don't know what you're
I've
talking
seen
about.
those.
You can only see it if they turn a certain way or the light hits it just right. Then all of a sudden you see police. You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Chris, did you say you have or you have not seen those?
I have.
Oh, I never have.
Yeah, it's usually dark cars and it's written in dark on the side of the car, and you can only see it if you get within a certain distance or if there's a certain angle involved.
I want to get magic paint for my car.
Yeah, but I think it's no better than.
You think I'm out loud being a bitch now? Wait till I get magic paint for my car.
Well, what would make you more apt to, not speed? Let's just say not break the law or not speed. Seeing the police and recognizing they're out there driving around or wondering if they're hiding.
Probably seeing them.
Yeah, that would be me too. If I saw them regularly and knew like, hey, those fucking guys patrol this area regularly.
But right now in Tennessee, or at least in Nashville, where the budget was cut for such frivolities like catching speeders,
right?
I feel like maybe that hidden guy was doing something. He was he was doing something there.
he might have not been trying to catch Peter. You mean?
Maybe not.
Such
Might have been looking at his big
frivolities.
stick.
Such
He was checking out his
frivolities.
big stick.
Huh?
He was checking out his big stick.
Maybe.
So here, the 3 towns that have lost police departments here or have closed their police departments down have not experienced in a year an increased crime. Have not experienced increased crime. Crime has stayed relatively the same or lower.
So what happens when there is a crime? Is it the
Sheriff and state police?
Yeah,
sheriff and state police. So the county sheriff will, which I always think the county sheriff to me is sort of a joke, really, because so sheriff here in the Northeast is I think different from sheriff in the South, because the idea of sheriff in the South, it seems more policey than the police. I get the boss hog impression of the sheriff in the South than here.
You think Boss Hogg was policey?
No.
You think Roscoe P. Coltrane was
just
policey?
the idea of it that the sheriff has a more expansive role in the South than they do in the Northeast. The role up here is not. I mean, you see the sheriff; they're usually transporting people from the jail.
I mean, that's basically true here too. We've got the Metro Police, and then there's the sheriff, but the sheriff's more out in the county.
Yeah,
not within the metro limits, but you still see them because the jail is not far away.
Yeah, well, we have the jail. We just don't have a lot of people in fucking. There's not a lot of people in jail here. I mean, the jail is right downtown. It's just. I think a lot of the jails here have 4 cells.
Oh,
they don't have. I mean, the big jail, the county jail. The town jails have, nothing, but the county jail, at least this county, because it's a bigger county, it probably, I don't know, maybe it houses 100 people, maybe 200 people. I don't know. I'm unaware. I'm unawares of how many people they house, but it is connected right to the courthouse.
See, I guess there's a jail downtown. I don't really know where all of the jails and things are in Nashville, having never needed to avail myself of their services in the time that I've been here. But there is I don't know if it's a jail or a prison, but it's like 10 minutes from me. And it's right next to the Metro Animal Control and Shelter. And also there's a greenway trail that goes right past it. So you're walking past the fence with all the razor wire looped on the top.
Ooh.
So you feel extra safe over there. Goes right into the woods.
Oh, my
probably never get murdered there.
My sister and her husband were here over the weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Let me see. Andrews County, 149 prisoners are in the jail here, the county jail. That's the capacity, it looks like. So it's not a very big jail. I just looked it up. Yeah, so she was here. My sister is an unbelievable. What happened to you guys?
Nothing. This is just how my face looks.
Oh, no, the screen's all black now. I don't know what happened. It's my computer still.
The Correctional Development Center. That's what's around the corner. The Davidson County Maximum Correctional Center.
Correctional Center.
Maximum
Fantastic.
Correctional Center, capacity 508, security status medium maximum.
Yeah, that's right. Do they house men and women in the same joint?
I don't know. Let me. Can accommodate males and females. It houses only males at this time.
Baltimore must have a serious jail. I feel like it would be much more serious than the main jail. Is that true, Chris?
Sensitive subject?
No. I've never been. But there's a lot here. The maximum security is actually out in Western Maryland, out in the beyond Hagerstown.
Yeah, no.
You never used to get phone calls from there, Jess?
Oh, all the time.
Jail calls are great. Jail calls are fantastic.
We've talked about that. The artwork and the requests for the 8x10s. No, sir, I'm not going to be an active participant in that spank bank.
Wouldn't that be crazy? If they were doing like one of those shows from the county jail and they were panning cells, and Jess, you're watching, all of a sudden you see your pit, like, what the fuck?
Why is that sticky?
You saw your headshot sitting in some guy's cell. Holy Christ. I would fucking lose my shit. If I was a girl, if I was a woman, and I saw that, I'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No.
But also the calls from, you've received this is a collect call from an inmate at the Maryland Correctional Facility. Will you accept a call from, please play Tim McGraw?
That's
true.
At our place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the call we would get to.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I think though, who got a lot of jail calls when we were in Rome?
Diane.
Yeah. I'm sure she did.
Diane Chase.
Yes, I am absolutely sure she did.
She would put on that husky, sexy voice.
She sure shit
it's
would.
Diane Chase taking you through your midday.
Yeah, she absolutely did. That I'm sure that she got more inmate calls than anybody.
Do you remember yelling at me because I kept trying to be like her? Stop trying to sound like Diane on the air.
No, I don't. Did I give you shit?
Yeah, because I would try to be like her because I didn't know anything. I was trying to emulate. There weren't very many women for me to emulate. And
no, not yet.
Sharon had that naturally husky voice.
Yeah.
And Diane would she would literally say, Diane Chase. And so I would go on the air.
Breathy.
Yeah, and I would go on the air and be like, I'm Jess, right? And you'd be like, stop trying to sound like Diane.
Well, so I have, as you know, I've always been the guy, just sound like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got one of those I do not have a great radio voice. If we were looking for a voice with timbre.
Well, and it's a good thing you told me that, because back then we were just transitioning from the radio voice to the sound like yourself voice.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. Though in the morning, Chris, you might have this too.
I wouldn't know about that.
There are certain mornings where my fucking voice is so AM radio.
Oh, absolutely. I wake up in the morning. I could cut movie trailers for about an hour and a half.
Me too. For about, did you say for about an hour and a half?
Yeah, that's about it. 90 minutes.
I can do it for about maybe a half hour to an hour, but my voice is fucking perfect for movie trailers. And then it just goes into its regular sort of, hi, how are you? My Urkel voice. It just fades. And I don't understand, unless I've got a cold. If I've got a cold, I can go a couple of days and cut trailers.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I've got this high fucking pitched, on the verge of being, female sounding voice.
Nasally, whiny, leftist.
That's it. Did you say Limp Bizkit?
No, I said leftist.
Oh, leftist.
Limp Bizkit. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know. I didn't hear.
A box of fucking insanity. This is all right. On that happy note, it's time for me to go.
All right.
It wasn't Limp Bizkit. Didn't they sing a record or two?
They had a record. They sure enough, they had a record. All right, y'all.
All right,
Good
Charles.
week.
See ya.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.